So everyone should have their quiz too, if you didn't pick it up, but I believe everyone did. First question was just describing some transformations. You have negative f of x plus 5. Do you want to? And so we have what two transformations taking place here? This negative represents what? A reflection across. Mm-hmm. Good. Which is not a horizontal reflection. It's a vertical reflection. Some people made that mistake. And then that plus 5 represents, yeah, vertical shift of 5 units or shifting 5 units up. Question 2, we're asked to graph this absolute value function. Our vertex is just our h comma k. So our vertex point here is 2 comma 3. So let's go very quickly and plot that. And then absolute value, well, our toolkit function is just our famous v at the origin. But what's happening here, we have a vertical shift up 3 units. And then we also have this vertical stretch of 3. So in a situation like this, the best way to probably go about it is to create your table to really represent that stretch. Now you can also deal with 3, and I'll explain to you in a moment, representing your slope up 3 over 1. But let's first do the table. So we know our vertex point is 2 comma 3. So we're just going to choose a few values to the left and then a few to the right. Pen is being a little funny today. So let's choose 1, 0, and then let's choose 3 and 4. And then let's plug in. So if we plug in 0, 0 minus 2, negative 2, absolute value, positive 2, times 3 is positive 6, plus 3 is 9. If we plug in 1, we get absolute value of negative 1, which is 1, times 3 is 3, plus 3 is 6. If we plug in 3, we get, once again, 6. And then if we plug in 4, we get, once again, 9. So now when we plot these, we have 1 comma 6, 0 comma 9, and then 3 comma 6, and 4 comma 9. And then we can connect the dots. Now what I said earlier about using that vertical shift of 3, I said vertical shift, vertical stretch of 3, you can use that as the slope. 3 as a fraction is 3 over 1. So you start at your vertex, you go up 3 over 1, plot your point. Up 3 over 1, plot your point. From the other direction, you go up 3 to the left 1, plot your point. Up 3 to the left 1, plot your point. So either way will suffice. And then last but not least, This is the last quiz that I won't take points off if you did not label your function on the graph, but moving forward, I will take points off. So make sure you label that function. Now, what's our domain of this function? There are no restrictions, so we just have all real numbers. And our range, our absolutely smallest possible y value is, yeah. And we have no limit for what our max could be, so 3 up to infinity. And we're done. Right, let's move on to question 3, which is just finding the inverse on this domain. So our steps for inverse, first we put everything in terms of x and y. Then we swap our x's and y's, and we solve for our new y by utilizing our inverse operations. So you end up with the square root of x is equal to y minus 4. Add 4 to both sides. Some people put the 4 underneath the square root. That is not true. Really honing in on that positive value of the square root of x. And then we don't want to forget that we need to make sure that it's in proper function, inverse function notation. And that's it. We're done. Questions at all? Yeah.
So, because y is on the right side, you don't move y, you just move whatever is on the right to left.
You're talking about right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You could move y onto the left side, but then you're dealing with negative y plus square root of x, and then you move the x over, and then you have negative y equals negative square root of x minus 4. And then you want to get positive y, so then you just divide both sides by negative 1, so then you get positive y is equal to positive x plus 4. Yeah. Right, and then the last question is just finding an equation of a line that passes through a point and is parallel to the x-axis. Well, the x-axis is just y equals 0. Parallel lines have the same slope. Y equals 0 has a slope of 0. So any line parallel to that also has a slope of 0. We want to put it into a point slope equation. So our point slope formula is just y minus y1 is equal to m in parentheses x minus x1. We have our x1 is 4 and our y1 is 5. So you're just simply plugging in at this point. Y minus 5 is equal to 0 in parentheses x minus 4. Because our slope is 0, everything on that right-hand side cancels out. If you put it in this form, I would have given you full credit, especially because I did say point slope, but this was a question where, again, a lot of cancelization takes place. So if you also put it into y equals 5, I would have given you credit for either one. Okay. You do need to show your work for problems. Some people just wrote y is equal to 5 and that's it. If you did, I took points off. If you don't show any work at all, especially when you're asked to in the instructions, then I won't give you any credit for problems. Okay.